I tell you, we are. This is amazing. What a place. You feeling good enough to howl? Come on, let me hear you howl! I want to hear you howl like it's a full moon! I want to hear you howl like the wolf! I want to hear you howl like you is hungry! Alright, now do it as though you are hungry like the wolf! Stuck in the city, that is the wine. Sitting in the subway, that is the vibe. What are you rapping? Give me a sign. with the candles and the rain, with the candles and the rain, with the candles and the rain. I try to find a new day, but the whole place just brings in my eyes. Where are you now? 'Cause I don't want to meet you. I think I'm gone. I think I'll laugh at you. I know I'm gone. What am I supposed to do for you? I'm sorry for still drawing back now. I'm just trying to get you. So easy to disturb with the thoughts, with the winds to drive. With the candles and the rain, 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 with the candles and the rain. World struggling to feed their families, struggling just to stay alive, fighting for peace. So we'd like to dedicate the next song to the people who are healing, to the peacemakers, people who are involved in the hardest struggle of all, amid all the fighting and strife. That is the fight for peace. We support people's freedom. We support people's right to live lives of peace and happiness in their own countries. This is Ordinary World. There's an forgot tomorrow. This time the news of holy war, ours is just a little sorrow. Just blowing away. Not all yesterday, there's an ordinary world. Somehow I have to as I try to make my way to the ordinary world, I will learn to survive. Quiet love song, really. It's nice and easy. It's come undone. We're gonna do it. Put your hands in to the big sky. You get in your brain. Say rock, come on. Say freeze, come on. Say rock, come on. Say freeze, come on. Say rock, come on. Say freeze, come on. Say rock, come on. Put 'em up, put 'em up. Higher, baby. Get higher, baby. Get higher, baby. Don't count for your face. Raise very high. Driven snow. Fun, baby. It's getting kinda low. I need someone on board, baby. Crystals, can you pure and white? I'm out $1,000,000, almost all the light. Twice as sweet as sugar, twice as bitter as salt. And if you get hooked, baby, it's nobody else's fault. No good. Say rock, come on, yo. Say freeze, come on. Say rock, come on, yo. Say freeze, come on. Say rock, come on, yo. Say freeze, come on. Say rock, come on. Put 'em up, put 'em up, put 'em up. Higher, baby. Get higher, baby. Get higher, baby. Don't ever come down to your face. Don't you get too high, baby. You really turn me on and off. Temperature is rising. No, I don't want you to go. You get so rested. Gonna do some time. You get out 2 years from now just to commit more crime. A businessman is caught with 24 kilos. He's not on board and out of jail, and that's the way it goes. Hey! Shut up! Hey! Shut up! Athletes do got a special thing, right? At the front of planet Earth, I get to try and introduce all of the band members before the music really starts. And I don't really have to go that quick, either. Would you like to meet Duran Duran? Over here. Standing very demurely, but she is a firecracker. Our own Gary girl, this is Rachel O'Connor. The magnificent Anna Ross. Saxophone, over here. Come here, sit. Saxophone is Simon Willis-Crofts. Doing a great job, man. Electric guitar, Tom Brown. Did you hear that beat? Ladies and gentlemen, on the drums for your pleasure tonight, this is Roger Taylor. He is our keyboard god, our queen of shoulder pads. Yes, my personal fashion icon. Give it up for Nick Rose. You ready for this? 1, 2, 3, 4. Play the fucking bass, John. Play the fucking bass, John. Play the fucking bass, John Taylor. Fucking lovely. None of you got to. But my name is Bond. Simon Le Bond. It's crazy, babe.
There's a lot of talk backstage as we walked off and drank our little, half bottles of tequila and shit. There's a lot of hate. This one, yeah. But you might actually be witnessing the best ever Duran Duran show in history. And what a place to do it! Now, may I call you Anaheim? We actually had a little memo sent to us today saying, for God's sake, don't call them LA or Los Angeles. They really don't like it. Anybody here from Los Angeles? I love Los Angeles! We all do! And we love Anaheim too! We've got some good friends out here, actually. Yeah. Now, it seems to me, Anaheim, that you really like making a lot of noise. So it strikes me that you should sing the next song. I'll give you a little bit of help. Do you know the song, Save a Prayer? That's one of our shows before. Yes. So we're going to play Save a Prayer. And we're going to get you to get your cell phones out of your pockets and switch them on and turn the lights on because it makes the room look beautiful. We were in Italy recently and I'm saying this bit and I kept saying, it's like the galaxy. In fact, it's just like, and I heard this little voice come back up, yes, we know, the Milky Way, we've all had it before. Oh my God, this doesn't look like the Milky Way. This looks like the Crab Nebula. Oh no, not that one. Andromeda, how about that? The Andromeda Spiral, all around us. Beautiful. Save it till the morning If you can, it's the Save it till the morning after. Save it till the morning after. to have so many friends in California.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, was my trip to see Duran Duran in January of 2026. And as you can see, I've got some new Duran swag. That is to say, I got this shirt, which is specific to the 2026 tour, and indeed you can see tour dates on the back. But I also got this Rio album cover shirt, which I'm very excited about. So yeah, I have 3 Duran shirts now, building up my collection. And having seen them now twice in a year and a few days, I feel immensely grateful that they continue to play shows and play them very compellingly more than 45 years after they got their start. And yes, ultimately they played a number of the same songs, which is not only very enjoyable to me and to many, many other fans because they are a lot of the hits, but I think in a couple cases they played them even more dynamically. I feel like the show closer for tonight's show, and I think it was in the encore last year, but maybe not the very last song, but they played Rio, I think, even more energetically and fantastically in the show tonight. They played Careless Memories, which I absolutely loved, and which they didn't play last year, and one I was, as you saw in my video yesterday when I did a second look reaction to the album version, I was very much hoping they would play, and they did, so that was fantastic. Planet Earth was once again fantastic, and they did the same thing they did last year, where Simon used that long, ambient, atmospheric opening to Planet Earth to introduce or to give a special recognition to everyone else in the band, as well as himself at the end of it. So that was great, and a couple tracks that I don't think they played last year, and which I don't immediately think of when I think of my favorite Duran tunes, I thought really came off well, like Reach Up From the Sunrise from Astronaut. That really hit nicely in this performance, or in this concert. Also Invisible from Future Past, that was another one that I think hit really well. I've come to know some of their medleys, which is to say, they did the Girls on Film Psycho Killer medley once again. They did the Lonely in Your Nightmare Super Freak medley. So yes, I enjoy some of the tricks that I know they've done at concerts in recent years. And yeah, the Evil Woman cover was great. I ultimately, it's one that I listened to a few times, even though, I didn't know the ELO version when I first heard it. So yeah, the entire experience was wonderful. I'd say my highlights of the night, once again, Planet Earth. I really have come to love that song as much as any other. I was disappointed they didn't play the chauffeur, but I get it. Like, there's only so much time, and there's certain songs in their catalog that they, just kind of have to play. And in that regard, they played Ordinary World and Come Undone in sequence, which I thought was really great. And just like last year, Simon had a really philosophical and, I think, morally admirable introduction to Ordinary World, so that was really great to hear. And the wording of it was a little bit different, but it was the same essence of the monologue he did last year before Ordinary World. And he pulled off the vocals to Ordinary World quite wonderfully, which again, of all their songs, I feel like that's one where the vocal requirements or the demanding nature of the vocals in that song is one where, as he gets older, you continue to wonder, can he hit it the same way? And I think he did a really good job. So yeah, from top to bottom, beginning to end, front to back, I thought it was a brilliant concert, and the audience was certainly of the same feeling. And as you probably saw in the song clips, and I took a lot more full songs this time. It was sort of like easier to shoot full songs, just because, like last time I didn't have as good of a view, and like this time I was able to like hold the camera, but still, have a free arm to gesticulate and to indicate my appreciation, and just to get a nice shot straight down of the stage, which is to say I was pretty high up, but the way the rows were scaled, it was like I had a clearer and more direct view than I did last year, even though I had no problems with the venue last year. But this is a bigger venue, and it's like a full like stadium venue rather than like a theater venue. So it was, again, scaled like more vertically. So, with the exception of Girls on Film, because the people right in front of me stood up in Girls on Film and they were like dancing, which is, I would never hold that against someone. At first, I was hesitant to stand up because I'm a little bit taller, and even with the vertically scaled rows, I didn't want to like block the people behind us. But then I noticed almost everyone was standing at that point. It's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna stand. So yeah, that's why at first, the first couple minutes of the clip of Girls on Film, it's just kind of people dancing in front of me. You can't really see the stage, but yeah, again, everyone was into it, and when I went to get the merchandise, I was, very appreciative that because I waited until after the show. Like when we came in, I went with my roommate who wasn't all that familiar with Duran. He's like, I know "Hungry Like the Wolf." I was like, yeah, it's a great tune, but you'll hear some more tonight. And over the course of the concert, there were some moments where I was, highlighting songs that I had been looking forward to, like "Careless Memories," like "Come Undone." So yeah, that was really cool. But yeah, we didn't want to wait when we first came in because it was supposed to start at 7:30, and we got there just before that, and then it didn't end up starting till after 8:30. It was like a full hour, like where the stadium was filling up, and I think the showrunners were just like wait, 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 and then finally it started. So when we went down after, I was happy that they still had a lot of merchandise. Not that I guess they would have run out. You're gonna play a show at that big of a venue, and you're gonna go on tour. I'm sure they have all the resources they need. But I was very happy that I was able to get a couple great shirts. So yeah, it was just an incredible experience, even better than last year because I kind of had a better sense for what it would be like, and nothing will erase the first time I saw them. That was absolutely brilliant. But this time I felt like I kind of I was ready for a lot more. So like it wasn't kind of so like whirlwind. It was more like, oh, okay, like I'm guessing they're gonna do this one as a medley again, and oh, they did Ordinary World and Come Undone last time, so they just finished Ordinary World. Maybe they're gonna do Come Undone, and then sure enough, he brings Anna Ross out. Which, side note, Anna Ross, Rachel O'Connor, and Simon like Willis Croft, I think, who's the saxophonist. They were all fantastic, both the supporting vocalists, and I think it's great. Like Simon really, gave them a big shout and made sure the audience, especially like Anna Ross. He seemed to really be so happy with Anna Ross. He was talking about how Come Undone, they've got it to a really good place the last few years with Anna Ross doing the supporting vocals, and indeed, she hit it really well once again. But yes, the way he gave them all their moments. I got to give a shout to Dom as well. It was Dom on guitar last year, and I thought he was great. But this year there were a couple songs where it really stood out that he was like wailing the guitar, and I get it. Like in the grand scheme of Duran guitarist, he's probably seen as third fiddle and maybe like a distant third to Andy for being the original, Warren for being great and maybe doing some things that even Andy hadn't done. But I think Dom sounded really fantastic, and there were a couple tracks I was like, damn, like he's really killing the guitar part. Once again, John playing that fucking bass, as Simon is wont to say. Yeah, he was fantastic, and of course, there were some songs where, his bass really does stand out. Nick was, of course, hilarious, and they had that moment, or one of the moments I understand that they have during the Reflex where, Simon's kind of like saying the lines to Nick, and then Nick is responding, like, I forget exactly what he said. It was like a long reply, and it was like really loud in the moment, so I didn't hear it clearly. I'll have to go back and look at the video. But yeah, they were having fun during the Reflex, and, Simon said he's like his fashion, like, what was it? Not fashion model, but like his fashion inspiration, and the, what was it, queen of shoulder pads and so on. So yeah, lots of good comedy as well, and it was just awesome. It was fantastic, and I hope they come to play California again next year because I will absolutely be there. So yeah, I feel very grateful, and lifelong Depeche Mode fan here. I've seen them twice. Well, now I've seen Duran twice, so I feel like things are equalizing, and I'm looking forward to an opportunity to see them again. So just a top night. I've got some shirts to prove it and some videos, which of course you will have just seen. And yeah, it's just absolutely brilliant, and I feel very lucky to be a fan of them, to have been exposed to them, and given a lot of insight into the band and their history and their albums and their songs by all you wonderful Durannies out there. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed a little insight and sights and sounds from the concert that I just attended, and I will see you for the next Duran reaction. Peace.